So I'd be hard pushed to really make a choice between the Lumi and the Galvanic, even though the Galvanic is not used every day. It's used once, twice, or 3 times a week, because this technology is I mean, it's out on the leading edge by virtue of the fact they have miniaturized extremely sophisticated technology into a handheld device. But the way that it delivers the products to the skin, the results that people have with it are truly, truly incredible. So basically what it does, for those of you who are in the beauty industry will understand probably a little bit more, we use it with 2 different types of gels. The first gel are there to bind to impurities to allow the pores to breathe. Then we rinse the first gel off, and then the second gel is off. It will remove the impurities and will then drive the active ingredients into the skin, because the gels are positively and negatively charged. So again, a few before and afters. This is our lovely Sugra. She couldn't make it today. She's been 20 years as a beauty professional, beauty business developer. So she couldn't even open the front door without having a full face of makeup. And she has completely transformed her skin. And she'll be on our event next week. And actually, she always takes pride in the fact that she turns up full light on her face with 0 makeup at 50. And so here we are again, a couple of demos. This lady here on the extreme left is she's a British lady that lives in the Algarve and has got very, very severe sun damage. And this is a demo I did in 7 minutes on her a couple of years ago. This lady the same. This is a 3-month before and after. And this is yours truly, who literally woke up one morning, probably hadn't had much sleep, and in 5 minutes I was able to completely, you know, do a complete industrial lift, as one of our friends calls it. Now, we love an industrial lift, right? All right, so now we're going to move on to introducing the lovely Sam. She'll tell you a little bit about her background, and then she's going to give us a short demonstration on the facial galvanic and tell us a little bit about the other galvanic, which is for the body as well. So thank you, Sam, very much for being here tonight, and I'll pass over to you.
Thank you, Bridget. It's an absolute pleasure to be here. And I have to say, this is my favourite bit. I absolutely love doing the demonstrations. So I've been in the beauty industry all my working life. So that's 30 years over that I've been independently working. And if I look back to when I actually first started in the industry, how the science has developed and the results we can have at home is so incredible. And this is what keeps my passion still for this business. And I think it's the best business to be in. I'm 51 years old. And the reason I wanted to share that was, without being disrespectful to my family, my mum and her mum, they aged very quickly at quite a young age. So I was introduced and started with a business when I was 42. And by that age, both my mum and my nan were quite lined, you know, quite heavily lined, especially by the time they were 50. So as a younger beauty professional, I always knew that actually genetically, I didn't come from a good gene pool. So for me, when I saw this device, so this is the Galvanic, and I'm going to do a half-face demo for you. You can see it's actually probably about the size of your mobile phone. And it's just designed so well just to fit in the hand really nicely. So when I saw this, and I'd already seen how the industry was changing and people wanted to get salon results at home, but that was me as well. I wanted something that I could use on my face at home. So at 42, I was starting to age. So this, when I saw this, and it's got a galvanic current, as Bridget explained, I knew straight away that this was going to give me those results. And I knew the results that I was being shown were real results, because I knew through a galvanic current that they've used in absolute decades. And I'm talking about 50 plus years in the beauty industry, they've used galvanic current. So it's a very tried and tested technique. Putting it into a handheld device you can use at home, for me, genius. So I'm going to do a half face demo for you now, just to show you how to do it. So as Bridget said, it comes with the 2 files. The first one we call the clear gel. So all you do is take the top off, and actually these, the actual files that it's in, they are biodegradable, so they're very, very good for the environment now. And this is another thing that the company are very good at. They're always looking for ways that they can improve to fit with sustainability and long-term effects for the environment, which is very important for a lot of people now these days. So I've already used the LumiSpa on my face prior to this evening, just so that I could be ready for you. And I found, because the Galvanic's been out way before the LumiSpa, that when the LumiSpa came along and I was using that and then this, the results I was getting from this were a lot more than I was previously getting before by just using the Galvanic. So when you're looking at this, you're probably going to want to start with one or two of the devices. And my advice is definitely start with the LumiSpa, because it's prepping your skin, as Bridget explained, and then moving on to this device that you're going to use once, twice, or 3 times a week, which I will explain a little bit more. So there's just one button on the front, which you can then select which setting you want. You've got a galvanic, I've got a chrome plate on the back, so you need to just wet your fingers, pop your fingers onto the chrome plate. You then pop the device onto the skin, and it will set itself automatically. It will beep 1 to 3 times just to set itself, and then it will continue to beep during the treatment so that you know you've got contact. Now, if anybody's had a galvanic current before, you'll know it needs lots of moisture. So the gel, the clear gel, I like to think of this as drawing out all the dirt and the impurities in the skin. And it has the really nice natural ingredients. We have marigold in here, which is really good for impurities. So without being too technical, I like to think of this stage as really hoovering out the skin. Before I started using the Galvanic on a regular basis, I was one of the type of people that I always used to get tiny little blackheads, and I was always looking to see if I had blackheads. These are really something that's quite a difficult thing to treat when you're looking after your skin. And ever since I've been using this, I can honestly say I don't get them anymore, and I don't even notice or even think about looking for them. So it's really improved my skin, even just on that level. So why we would use it once or twice a week? To really get the results that you will see from some people, if they've been using it over a long period of time, and you can see that they actually just looking better and better as the years go on. So when we actually do the treatment, the effects or the results you get from it last for about 72 hours, so about 3 days. And what this actually does, Bridget was talking about the age-related markers, the actual ingredients, because don't forget the Galvanic, see that's finished. So all I'm going to do now is just wipe any excess off. So I'll just come back to what I was saying in a minute. So literally, I just get my cloth and I just wipe any excess gel off. Very simply and very quickly. I then go on to the blue gel, which this one I like to think is the anti-aging. And this is what I'm going to talk about the age-related markers. So again, you want it to work with lots of gel. So you do want to make sure you've got plenty on there. And this is for a full face, and you can also use it onto the neck. So the age-related markers, what the Galvanic actually is doing, so I'm just wetting my fingers again onto the chrome plate. I'm going to select the next setting. And this again, it's going to beep 1 to 3 times to set itself. So it automatically sets itself. So it takes all of the guesswork out of it. So the age-related markers, the ingredients in here block the messages for the age-related markers. So if you were doing it for those 72 hours, so if you were consistently using the device every 3 days, you're consistently going to block the markers that are responsible for aging. And that's why, that's why the company recommend to do it every 3 days. You may find you just want to do it once a week. It's completely up to you. And that's what I love about it, It's so simple and easy to use. You can be watching TV. I tend to do mine when my daughter's having a bath, because she just likes me to be bimbling around. But the other thing with it, I think, when you have worked in the industry, is you're in control of it. You can really focus on the areas that you want to. And also you can really work all around the eye. So I'm going to try and go sideways, see if you can see. So you can really give it a lift up. So it really helps if people have got really, when their eyes start to droop, it really helps. You can just give it a lift out to the side. Again, like Bridget was talking, it helps to drain with the lymphatic as well. And you can do it around the neck and right underneath the jawline as well. So I'm just going to stop there for this one. The other thing with it as well, once you've actually done the treatment, it does continue to work for about 10 minutes immediately after the treatment. And if you looked at your face and then looked at it again, say 10, 15 minutes later, and I've done this before when I've done demonstrations, you can literally see the face lifting up. Even in that short space of time. It's incredible. Everybody, or a lot of people, loved the facial galvanic so much, they then said, what about the body? You know, we've all got lots of parts of the body that we want to firm